Hey YouTube. Hey YouTube, how's it going? All right, can you guys hear me? I just wanted to check on this. Let's see. Mm. All right, I think I'm all set. I may have to. Mm. All right, I got it all set. Sonny, if you're in here, I just want to make sure you guys can hear me on this. I'm going to share my screen now. Get started with the. Get started with the. PowerPoint presentation I got planned for us. All right. Boy, we're doing good now. All right. I hope you guys can hear me because I am not getting much feedback. Not a lot of people joining me right now, but let me check on Facebook. Can you guys hear me over here on Facebook? I hope. All right. You guys are awesome. Okay. Today's episode, if you will, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that's serious to my heart, and that's getting you started in real estate investing. And one of the things that I prefer talking to you about is, getting outside your comfort zone, facing your fears, and jumping into it and getting your first property purchased. So I'm going to share my screen here. I've got a nice PowerPoint presentation that Sonny did for me. If I can find it. Mm-mm. Hey, Sonny, can you hear me? Hopefully, I've got volume over there, Sonny. A little bit of checking up with you, see what you see. Am I good on Facebook also? All right, guys, I'm going to get started on this. I can't find the PowerPoint presentation that I had to share with you on YouTube. Nope, that's the wrong one. Mm-mm. Hmm. All right, well, I'm going to have to go without the PowerPoint presentation on YouTube, I think, unless I have to stop sharing it on. Let me try stopping to share on Facebook and seeing what we can come up with. Maybe I got to start sharing on. I'm not sure how we can increase the sound on Facebook. How's that, Sonny? Is that any better? Can you hear me any better over here on Facebook? Mm, Let me check with the. Stream settings. Interactivities. Let's see, distribution. All right. Well, let's get going on this then, and get started. All right. Very good. All right. Let's get going on everything. So this is about getting outside of your comfort zone and taking action. Okay. And one of the things that I find it the hardest for a new investor is fighting their comfort zone, because in the comfort zone is where, you know, people go and they get comfortable, and your dreams go to die in the comfort zone. It's just not something that's great. In the last episode, I talked about the type of people that'll try and keep you there. Okay. You're going to run into naysayers. You're going to run into a lot of different people that don't want you coming out of this area. They would prefer that you stay right in that zone because it's comfortable for them. Okay. And that's one of the things that you guys got to be wary of, because comfort for them is not going to get you your dreams. And I'm here to tell you exactly how to go about getting your dreams. And that is definitely something that you want to pursue is getting your dreams. So let's get this started. Your comfort zone feels safe, but it's costing you time and money, man, and women. It's not something that you can get stuck in for any length of time, because if you get stuck in the comfort zone, you're not going to get everything that you've promised yourself your entire life. You just have to figure it out. And this training right here is going to be me showing you how to get out of the comfort zone. It's me showing you how you have to fight it. And it is a fight. It's a battle. I have had students that have gotten into some pretty severe battles on just wanting to get out of it, wanting to better their lives, and the comfort zone fights back. It's going to tell you everything is going to be bad, everything's going to fail. You would be surprised at the stuff that the comfort zone does to fight back. It's brutal, and it's not something that's going to be easy. So that's why I always say the first property is the hardest one, because that's the actual one that's going to allow you to bust out of there and start down the path to financial independence. So you guys have to be very, 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 very cognizant of where you're at. So, and if you look here, I've got a couple of different resources on the screen. I started, I've got Arctic Wolf Enterprises. That's my one company. That's the company where we do the CRM and all of that. And I've started Alpha Wolf University. And what that is that's actual hands-on training that's going to walk you through doing everything that I'm talking about on YouTube. And it's for those people that have a difficult time trying to wait for YouTube to come down and produce, you know, the results that they want. So this is something that you can buy, and you can go to alphawolfuniversity.com, and we'll walk you through where the program is, and you got a couple different levels. So go check that out. Also in the comments, if you guys can, let me know if you bought your first rental property, or if this is your first rental property that you're trying to get across, and what your biggest fear is. And then I can address those in later posts. Okay. So this is a no hype practical live. I'm not going to give you any BS, no bullshit here. I'm just going to tell you how to get through the comfort zone. that's going to fight back. It's going to be brutal. It's going to tell you all the crap that's going to happen to your family. You're going to be living on the streets. You're going to be eating out of garbage cans. I when I first started real estate investing, my comfort zone was something that I really didn't have to face because I started real estate investing when I was in high school. Okay. And morning, Martin Hill. And hey, there's Linby. Good morning from the Philippines. How are you? So the comfort zone is definitely going to fight back. It's not something I've seen. I've seen it tell people, we're gonna end up starving to death. We're gonna die. It's not good, and it gets ugly. Okay, and you got to be able to fight that and know how to get through it. Okay, so one of the things that you can do in order to get through this is basically knowledge is power. And when you have knowledge, you're going to have the real power in this. Okay, and that's what you do. You face the fear with facts. Facts beat fear every time, and that's just something that you're going to have to get used to. Oh, I'm telling you, I remember my first rental property. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just a dumb kid. I was 19, 18, 19. My friends and I went and bought our first rental property because my friend's mother showed us how to do it. And I'm going to reminisce just for a minute. But I was too dumb. I was just too green, too new to know that I was doing something dangerous. I was doing big shit in life. So, and it happened. We got through it, and I don't regret it. It's completely shaped my entire life, and I have zero regrets whatsoever. Um, so if you guys could do me a favor, comment fear or money down below, and just let me know what the one thing that you're most afraid of in buying your rental property. Like legitimately, I need to know this. Is it the knowledge? Is it your time? Is it your confidence level? Is it just a whole combination of these things? Let me know what's going on in your head, because I can tailor this to you guys. And that Alpha Wolf University, that is here and is designed. It's got one purpose. Alpha Wolf University is the facts that are going to defeat the fear. Okay, that's what we do. Alpha Wolf University, facts over fear, and that's going to be something that I'm very proud of. Okay, the comfort zone. A lot of people think that the comfort zone is created by laziness, and it's just not. The comfort zone, it's risk avoidance, and it protects your identity. Okay, so all the comfort zone is me. You sit out so you don't have to take risk. Most people are afraid of losing, and I can honestly tell you, I've lost a few times. I'm not proud of it, but losses happen, and I got to tell you, I've learned more on every one of my losses than I ever did on any one of my victories, because you get an opportunity to soul search deeply when you have a loss, when you fail, when you run into a problem. You have a chance to soul search, and you just got to figure it out. And a loss can either end you, it can end your real estate investing career, or it can make you rise to the challenge. I say that the successful people are the people that fall down 10 times and they get up 11. And that's not a joke. It's just about resilience. It's about showing up. It's about tenacity. It's about coming back after it time and time again. Nothing is going to stop you. Nothing is going to stop me from getting what I promised myself in life. And that's huge. When you can be a high level performer that shows up day in and day out, regardless of what's going on in your personal life, then you're going to dominate life. Okay, that's just, there's no way around it. And you should be proud of the fact that you're able to show up and dominate life. So the 3 different comfort zone traps that I found, I wrote them down as, one of the things is research as procrastination. I call it research as procrastination. And what that means is I'm learning, but I'm not moving. Another way to say that is analysis paralysis. So you use research as an excuse. It's a crutch, if you will, and that is something that you really got to work on, because you can sit there and tell people, oh, I'm doing research, I got to do all this market research, I can't be buying rental properties because I've got to take care of getting all this research. Hey Matt, what's going on, man? And then, that's one of the things that you got to be careful of, because it's easy to fall into that trap. Analysis and paralysis is something that is huge, and you can't get stuck in that, because you will be there for a very, very long time. So you have to. The way you beat that is learn, do the facts, figure out how to buy the properties, and then the most important part of all of the stuff that I'm teaching you, take action. You can't just sit there on the sidelines and analyze everything to death. You just got to take a chance, take a risk, find the right property. The numbers don't lie. You understand what you're doing if you do all the underwriting the way we've taught you, and that is one of the things. You're just using research as a crutch. Quite honestly, that's what you're doing. You're using research as a way to avoid making difficult decisions, and you can't do that. That's not something that is you even want to get involved in, because you wake up one day and you're 30, 40 years down the road and you haven't bought one thing, but you've done a lot of research. You got a lot of charts and graphs. You got a lot of notes that you've written down. You've taken a lot of courses, and you're still trying to figure out why I'm not rich, why I'm not a billionaire. Well, you're not a billionaire because you're sitting on your ass not doing shit. Okay? That's what you got to get out of. You got to get out of that. That's the comfort zone, sitting on your ass not doing shit. Stop it. Get out there, find the property. Do what you got to do. All right? Next thing, perfectionism. People want the perfect deal. Every deal could be the perfect deal if it's structured correctly. So you're sitting there and you're like, I'm expecting the perfect deal to just pop out and get thrown in my lap. Oh, there it is. I got the perfect deal. Somebody packaged this deal up perfectly. They showed up, gave me the perfect interest rate, gave me the perfect down payment, let me finance it. It's not going to happen. The house is, I bought a 7-bedroom, 3-bathroom house for $50,000. It's just those deals they're not going to pop up. You got to go find them. You got to turn a deal. When you find a deal, you have to turn it into the perfect deal for you. Okay. And every deal, as long as you negotiate it properly, should be relatively decent way to start your investing career. So, but just be careful. Don't jump on the first deal just for sake of doing something. You have to run the numbers. You have to love the numbers, but don't run the numbers to death. Okay. There's a healthy medium. Okay. Don't ignore the numbers on one hand and don't run them for 10 years on the other. So somewhere in the middle, figure out what you got to have, run the numbers there. Once you get that number, once you figure out that this is a good project, jump on it. Do the deal. Make things happen. Take action. Get off your ass. Also, this is a big one that I highlighted on my notes here, because this is one of the things that I was guilty of, and I have been guilty of, and we're all guilty of not wanting to look dumb. Nobody wants to look stupid. Nobody wants to look dumb, and you gotta get over it. Nobody wants to hear the word no. Nobody wants to hear no. Nobody wants to look stupid. But like with this YouTube channel, I didn't want to look stupid. I didn't want to, I didn't want anybody saying the stuff. But you know what? I put it out there, and I've gotten such a great response from everybody. I'm blessed to have all 126,000 of my viewers plus, and you guys are all in here now. And it's just been an amazing ride. And I never would have done that if I hadn't taken action. Taking action is key. Everything that you want, happens by taking action. So don't worry about looking down. If you fail, you get back up and you move down the road. You try and minimize the problems, and you try and get as far as you can. But if you can if you can keep moving forward, then I think you'll be okay. And that's the key. Keep moving forward and get out of those comfort zone traps, because the comfort zone is going to use one of those three traps, and it's going to come at you. It's going to come at you hard. It's not good, not even good. It's not even going to be great. So it plays dirty. The comfort zone fights dirty. It tells you the weirdest shit that. And this is all stuff that deep seated fears, limiting beliefs. It's going to hit you with limiting beliefs. It's going to hit you with visions of destitution. It's going to hit you with visions of, I'm living in my car now because I screwed up these numbers and I took action. I bought something that was a dog, and it just was terrible, and I couldn't make any money at it. And one of the things that I tell people is, so I have a full-time job, and people can leave their full-time job and do real estate. The job is always going to be there. I'm a trucker. Okay. Truckers are in such high demand. I could leave my job right now and go full-time into real estate. I would be fine. But say I'm a new investor and I just bought my first rental property. I could leave my job, go into full-time. And then what's my worst case scenario? My worst case scenario is it doesn't work and I got to go back and get another trucking job. So I've heard this from, I can't take credit for this. I've heard other people say this, but my worst case scenario is your Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, because I could just come back at it. But you guys are there at the beginning. So take action. And I guarantee you, as long as you keep moving and fight for what you've got coming to you, then you'll be all right. So, but right now, do me a favor in the comments right here. I know I got some people in here on the live. Put down the three. You got the three, 1, 2, and 3. Procrastination. You've got your fear, and you've got analysis paralysis. Let me know exactly which one you guys struggle with the most. Are you guys struggling with, put 1, 2, or 3 in the bottom? Are you guys struggling with the procrastination? The analysis paralysis is number 1. The perfectionist. Are you waiting up for the perfect deal because the perfect deal isn't coming your way? Or are you guys just afraid of looking dumb? So let me know in the comments what you're thinking. Okay. So I've analyzed what the problem is. This is what the comfort zone is going to do. It's going to fight dirty. It's going to kick you in the teeth. It's going to claw and kick and scream. It's going to give you all kinds of terrible visions of destitution and starving to death. This is how you're going to take care of it. And I have what I call the action ladder. And this is what we have to do. One way or the other, you guys are going to have to get over the fear. So the action ladder is how you go from being, safe to getting in uncomfortable to taking action. Okay. That's important. Once you take action and start the action process, you're going to find that you're going to get great results. So here's what I want you to do. Level 1, we're going to start out with different levels. Okay. Level 1, I want you to do this as soon as you can. When you get an opportunity, I want you to send one message to a potential buyer, potential seller. Okay. Send a message, find a property, and then just send a message either to the real estate, a real estate agent or whoever. Send a message to a stranger or, somebody that you see over here that's got a house listed for sale. Find the number and send a message to them. Ask them if the house is for sale. Ask them a little bit about it. Start getting comfortable with getting outside of your comfort zone. So you're going to want to make a call. Find another house. Make a call. You got to practice. You have to do the reps. This is how you beat the comfort zone. Don't be afraid of asking stupid questions. I want you to go ask one stupid question. So level 1 is you're kind of working towards some micro courage. You're a little bit of time. Okay. Send a message, make a call, Ask one stupid question. It doesn't even have to be about real estate. Send a message on Facebook Marketplace for all I know. Just practice talking to people, because people are generally, most of the time, decent people. Okay, they are good people all over the place. So you got to practice, 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 practice. Do the reps. Once you practice, start practicing, get a little bit of micro courage, and once you start doing these things and you get results, positive results back to you, you're going to be in much better shape to move forward and get that first rental property under contract. Sorry, needed to take a drink. Do love the sound of my own voice though. Next one, level 2. This is the next step. You're going to be doing some skill reps. Okay, this is where you start honing your skills. You're going to be, so you've started practicing talking to people. That was level 1. Just get out there, get some micro courage, start talking to people. This is where you hone the skill reps. Okay, underwrite one deal. Find a deal out there that you're interested in and underwrite it. That is going to start telling you that once you get the facts, um, once you get the facts going and you start underwriting deals, the facts beat the fear. Um, and it's just one of the things that you have to do. It's reps. Okay. Oh, and Sonny Martin's asking a question there about SEO and Google Ads. Could you talk to him about that? Um, Underwrite one deal. Yeah, so you got to underwrite a deal, and you have to analyze one rent comp. Okay, so take rents in the area from all over the place. So you got a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. So let's just say we're 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, and we're underwriting, and you want to underwrite it, see if you can get the numbers, because you're using facts right now to beat the fear, and that's where you got to be. Facts over fear. That's my mantra. Every time something comes up and pops up that I'm afraid of, facts over fear. I'm not afraid because I don't have all the facts. Once I get all the facts, you know, facts generally are going to make me sleep much better at night. So, all right, analyze one rent comp set. So find a property that's similar to the property that we're dealing with, and then do a rent comp. Look at the different properties in the area and see which rents are going to be comparable to what you've got going on. And it's one of those things that you got to know what's in the neighborhood for the house that you're looking at buying. So make sure that your neighborhood can sustain that. That's facts over fear. Facts over fear. Remember that. Facts over fear. Facts over fear. That's what I chant all the time. Facts over fear. I'm not afraid because I don't have all the facts. When I get all the facts, I might be a little afraid. I don't think I'm going to be, but I might be. You never know. But the only thing that scares you at that point is your goals are very big, and that's where you should be. If your goals don't scare you a little bit, make you a little apprehensive, then you need bigger goals. And then also build one lender broker contact. It's important. This is another thing. You got to get used to talking to these people. The real estate brokers, real estate lenders, they're not going to bite. Okay. They're not angry. They're not going to crush your skull. They're not going to hurt you. They're not going to bite. They're just human beings. They're just trying to make a sale. And what you have to do is reach out and talk to them. Try and learn the language of real estate investing, because I told Giovanni when he first started that no broker is going to take you seriously if you don't understand, or you don't know what the language is, or what the terminology is. And that's huge. You gotta know what the terminology is. Okay. So once you get going into that's going to help. So your confidence level is going to go up after that. Okay. So right at this point, you're doing your skill reps. You've already started working on your micro courage. You're asking stupid question, just seeing how people react to you. Now you're doing the reps, doing the skill reps. comparing comps, doing the underwriting. So you're feeling a little more confident. Okay. This is all about confidence building and mindset shifting. Fear over facts is not good. Facts over fear is how you're going to move forward. You're going to be stuck in the comfort zone if you go with fear over facts. It's just not something you want to do. Okay. Next level is real exposure. Okay. You have to get real life exposure to buying your first property. That's also going to help you get the confidence that you need to pull that trigger and get out and buy that house. So you're going to call a broker. Just live call a broker, somebody that is selling real estate in an area that you're interested in buying. Like I live in Penn Yan, New York, so I like to buy in this area. I like to buy in, within 4 or 5 county range around me. So I'll call a broker or get a real estate agent. That's how you find most real estate agents. Like my sister's a real estate agent, and I've got another real estate agent that I use sometimes. You just look around and call, ask for referrals, go to meetups. That's another thing. If you go to a meetup, they can also help you with facts. Talk to somebody who's already beaten their comfort zone, and they'll give you some facts that'll help you get through the fear. So you're going to start talking to brokers. Submit an LOI. So what an LOI? Absolutely, Lindsay. Facts over fear. That beats it every time. So you're going to want to submit an LOI. And what an LOI is an LOI is a letter of intent, and that's how you buy commercial property. So this is a 5 unit or above. So I put that in there because you can also practice on your own without actually submitting an LOI on a 1 bedroom or a single family or up to a 4 unit. But the bigger the number, it's the exact same transaction. So if you submit an LOI, the LOI is not legally binding until you get the PSA, which is a purchase and sale agreement. So you can submit LOIs all day long. And then if you get an accepted LOI, that's a big deal, because then you get to move on to the next phase. So it's all part of the introduction. It's all part of getting to know the buyers, get to know the sellers, and you submit the LOI with your deal on it. And it's basically just a typed up, written, this is what I plan to do. I'm going to buy it for this, 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 and this. List all your criteria, submit it to the seller, and then they will either accept it or deny it. And if you get a signed LOI, it'll come back to you, and then you start the process. You send the LOI to the lawyer. The lawyer starts, like our 9 unit right now. I just got an email today saying that they're ready to close, and they finally got all the PSAs all set and done. And it's been 3.5 months now since we got this under contract. So, and we're getting ready to close on that, just as a side note. So thank you for that. So submit an LOI, see what happens. The first time I submitted an LOI, I couldn't sleep that night. I shot the LOI out, and now I'm submitting LOIs on $30 million, 200-unit properties, and it doesn't even faze me. So, it's amazing how a few years and a few hundred LOIs will really change your perspective on life. And then another thing you can do is book a lender call, because on commercial properties, especially if you go with a larger commercial, but this isn't really my focus, but I wanted to let you know that it works for single family and that. But you book a lender call if that's how you want to go. If you can get a lender, you can use the lender, but I prefer creative finance to start with, because they limit the number of mortgages that you can have as a real estate investor that's non-commercial. So on residential, I believe it's 10 mortgages you're limited to. So I've protected my 10 mortgages like they're gold, because they are. Once you get to that 10 level, you have to up your game into a commercial properties and that sort of thing. So, and that's not bad, but it is what it is. So, all right, but we book a lender call. That's getting you real exposure. That's getting you, that's wetting your whistle, if you will. You're thirsty, you're taking a drink. That's what that's doing. It's getting you exposed to what they're looking for. Okay. So out of these 3 levels, where would you say you would need the most help? Are you most helpful? Are you needing the most help on the micro courage at the beginning, where you just reach out and start sending messages? Do you have a problem talking to people? Are you having a problem with the skills reps, actually sitting down and doing the reps day in and day out? Or are you, having difficulty with the real exposure? Because we can help you with all of that. So if you could, in the comments on live, Facebook Live and YouTube, just let me know where you're at this level. Are you having a problem with any of these three levels? Let me know, and I can start targeting some of my stuff for you guys. Okay. Uh, all right. So here's what I'm going to tell you. The more you do all of this stuff, the more confidence you're going to build. And are you going to do everything 100% correct? I'm not. You're not. I didn't. You're not. Okay. And it's it's something that you've got to get used to. You're not going to be able to get it 100% correct, because nobody does. Nobody does. You have to figure out what you need to know. And I've said it 100 times. You don't know what you don't know until you don't know it. And once you realize you don't know something, there's places that you can reach out to get help. And meetups, we're going to start doing Alpha Wolf meetups. We're going to have meetup groups where we get together with our students, we get together with our people. We've got our Discord channel. We're trying to build a real community of like-minded people to help get you across the finish line for your first property. It's important to us to help make you successful, because you guys are the future. And if we can't protect the future, then we're doomed. And I'm here to help protect your future. And I want to get you guys across the finish line to financial freedom if we can. And that being said, you guys have an excellent opportunity. We're building such a great community. We've got our Alpha Wolf community, our Arctic Wolf community, our Wolf Pack. We're going to be, go to alphawolfuniversity.com, and that's where we're starting our coaching program. Anywhere from, just self-guided. You guys can jump on the computer program and do your own thing, if you will. If you like, I don't want hands-on anything. Then there's a medium where you get hands-on coaching calls and that sort of thing. And then there's the top tier level, which is going to be basically my time for until you buy your property. And that's huge. So just remember, I'm here. My job, I've got one job. My YouTube has got one job: giving you facts over fear. Okay, and that's what I do. I give you facts over fear, and then I give you the tools that you need to do. So, okay, so here's the live coaching part. This is what I kind of wanted to do this training for. So what I need you guys to do is start thinking about identifying your fears. What fears do you have? Identify what money situation is. Is money a concern for you? Is that one of your fears? And how are we going to address that? Um, and then you know it's not going to be easy. Okay, I don't want you guys to think it's going to be easy, because it takes a lot of soul searching to do the kind of things that you're going to need to do to get through the fear. And it's it's not something that it's not something that you're going to regret doing. Trust me. You are going to be happy that you ended up doing it, but while you're doing it, the fear is going to eat at you. It's going to be brutal. Okay? You may lose sleep, you may lose um, a lot of different uh, dinners. You might not want to eat. You may feel like you don't want to eat, but it'll be worth it in the end. So, like I said, facts over fear all day long. Just remember that mantra. So, identify your fear, your money. Are you afraid of the money situation? Are you afraid of not having enough time? Are you afraid of your knowledge? All four of those things: fear, the money, the time, the knowledge. Facts can help with. You learn as you go. Okay, and a lot of times you won't learn as much doing um, doing learning, or and now analyzing everything, you have to actually take the action, because action and moving forward is where you're going to get all of your knowledge and your education from. And that's where we're here to help. Alpha Wolf University. That's what we're here to do. Fear, money, knowledge. So I've got a 24-hour assignment for you. In the next 24 hours, I need you to do a couple of things for me. Okay. I need you to underwrite a deal with worst case scenario and see if it survives. So if you go back and watch my underwriting one, you're going to be pressure testing a deal. Find a deal, underwrite it, and then put worst case scenario. I taught you how to do this in the underwriting one. Go back a couple weeks and look at my underwriting video, and it's all right there. It's the 3-unit in Seneca Falls we're getting ready to close on. You got to increase the numbers and look at the worst case scenario. So you sit there and you're like, okay, these facts are this. I underwrote this deal, and in the worst case scenario, I'm still going to be okay. I'm still going to be all right. That's what I showed you on that underwriting on our 3-unit in Seneca Falls. My worst case scenario is I'm going to be all right. This house is going to make enough money to accommodate the worst case scenario. Also, when you decide to leave your job, my worst case scenario is I got to go back to getting a driving job. So my worst case scenario is everybody's 9 to 5. Not a bad scenario to be in. I can live with that. That's facts over fear. Okay. All right. Now, knowledge in the next 24 hours. I want you to work on your knowledge. I need you to learn one different term from real estate investing. One term that you're struggling with, one term that you don't understand. Say debt service coverage ratio, DSCR. Okay. You need to figure out, let me assign that. Go and research DSCR, debt service coverage ratio. I need you to research that, and then I want you to apply it to 3 different listings. Okay. Apply it, figure it out, and then try it. And if you have any questions, we're here on YouTube. I look at every single comment. Come back here and be like, hey, you gave me an assignment and it's really pissing me off. I can't figure it out. Can you help walk me through it a little bit? And I'll be happy to tell you and walk you through what DSCR is. Just don't get frustrated. You got people that are willing to help you. So jump in here and do that. And then let's see. All right, here we go. Yeah, so that's DSCR. Lost my train of thought there for a second because I looked up. Next thing, your money. Okay, in the next 24 hours, I need you to list 3 ways you're going to get into the game. Okay, there are a lot of different ways to get involved in real estate. Are you going to partner with somebody? Are you looking to buy a small multifamily? Are you going to try seller financing? Are you going to invest in a fund? There's a lot of different ways that you can get involved in this, and you need to figure out 3 different ways that you have options. And you don't want to be stuck without options, because when you're stuck without options, then you're backed into a corner. And when you get backed into a corner, it's not good at all. So let's see. And then the last thing I had right here was time. Okay. I need you guys to be serious about the time. It's going to take time to get this real estate investing done. I have a full-time job that I work 105 hours a weekend, and I'm still doing this live. I started work this morning, I guess last night, and I worked until 3:00 this afternoon, came home, got this ready, and I've got to be back to work at midnight tonight in about 4 hours. So it's important that you make time for what's important. Okay. So what I need you to do for the next 7 days, 1 week, that's all I'm asking. I'm not asking you to do anything major. I don't want you to go run a marathon, but for 7 days, I want you to block quiet space, 30 minutes of time. I want you to sit over on the side. I want you to do nothing but indulge in real estate investing. Okay. Facts over fears. That's what your mission is. Sorry, I'm tired from work. But facts over fears. I need you guys to set aside 30 minutes a day for the next 7 days. And I guarantee you at the end of 7 days, you're going to be like, wow, I made some serious progress. And no exceptions. Make sure every day you get that 30 minutes in. And you have to hold yourself accountable, because integrity, I tell everybody integrity is doing the right thing when nobody's looking. And this is only things that I'm giving you, assignments that I'm giving you that's going to help you. Okay? That's important. All right. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we've been on 45 minutes. It doesn't seem like it. I love talking. So you guys are pretty awesome for sticking here with me and hanging out with me. I'm hoping I'm bringing you good value. So um, here's what I'm going to say. One of the action plans that you guys have, um, one of the action plans that you guys have, I call the No Zero Days action plan. Okay, no 0 days mean are not going to you're not going to go any days without doing something in real estate. Okay, you have to take one uncomfortable action per day. That's my motto. I do this. Okay, I have no 0 days. I have no days where I avoid doing something for real estate. Every single day I do something in real estate, and and it's not just real estate. I mean, this is a complete mindset shift. This is the fear factor that you guys are dealing with is not just buying your first rental property. It's doing anything out there that's worth doing is something that you're going to have to fight the fear factor over, because every single thing that you have that you find that's worth doing, you guys have to fight it. You have to fight the fear because it's something new. Anytime you run into something new, fear pops up every time. Okay. And I don't want you to feel like I'm not fearless, because I'm scared crapless every day. Okay. I've got goals so big that, it keeps me awake at night occasionally. And one of the things, like YouTube, jumping on YouTube when I first started, I was a little nervous. I hit play, I hit record, because I said, you know what? I'm doing it. Okay. You just hit record. I got 127,000 people that are looking to me. And then like 10 billion people after the fact that probably come back around. I haven't proven it yet, but I know they're out there. I know my fans are out there. I see the paparazzi hiding behind trees. I think they're there. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think they are. But so we've got the community that we're starting up, and a lot of people are looking to us to help them get across the finish line. And I'm taking that as a big responsibility. And that's an immense responsibility. And there's some fear involved in that, because I don't want to let any of my students down. I don't want to let any of my students down. I want to help every one of you succeed. And that's what my goal is. And I plan on trying to do that 100% every day. So the no 0 days are, do not go one single day without doing something for your goals and your dreams. Okay. It takes less than 2 minutes. Do one uncomfortable act. If you can build a tolerance up to getting uncomfortable. Okay. Track it on a calendar. You have to put it on a calendar. Get your calendar, set it on the wall, set it on your daily planner on your desk, and then track your uncomfortable action for the day. You got to keep it measurable. Okay. You also want to be able to have a starting point and an ending point, and so you know exactly that you've done it. Okay. Did you make a call? Did you underwrite a deal? Did you send a message? I can honestly tell you today, not just today, but every day for the last, since the day March 29th, the day I put my first YouTube video up, every single day I do about 35 uncomfortable actions. And, I joke around about people. I joke around about people basically, wanting to get, paparazzi chasing me and things like that. But I was legitimately nervous, and I do 500 different uncomfortable actions every day. And it's huge. I mean, we've got our Discord channel, our Discord servers that we're starting. We've got our Alpha Wolf University. We've got our CRM program that we're selling. We're helping people 10x their companies. Like mine was 10x by this CRM program. So there's a lot of stuff going on here that's all good stuff. And it's all that we're staying on task. We're staying on point in order to get you guys across the finish line. That's what we're here for. Our job is to make it easier for you guys to get across the finish line. So that's what we're doing. We show up every day, do 10, 15, 20 uncomfortable acts to make sure that your one or two uncomfortable acts go smoothly. and you learn how to do this. Facts over fears. Okay, all day long. And if when you start doing your uncomfortable no zero days, it's going to take 2 minutes. You know, do the one uncomfortable action. Make a call. Get on Facebook Marketplace. See if you can find a property. Go on Realtor.com. Call a real estate broker. Just start taking action. Okay, that's the key. Action is what you got to do. Facts over fear get you out the door. Okay, so okay. Boy, 50 minutes. I'm like I'm loving talking. So oh my goodness. So we got the comfort zone equals hidden cost. Okay? There's hidden cost with the comfort zone. And that is something that you guys got to be careful with, because that hidden cost, you don't see what it is until 30, 40 years down the road. You just don't know what your hidden cost is for the comfort zone. That can kill your productivity. It can kill your dreams. Um, in 25 years, if you're still sitting here and analyzing things and you haven't taken action and done your uncomfortable actions every day, and you haven't done your 30 minutes of real estate stuff every day, then it's a tragedy, honestly, because you don't know what you could have had. It's an opportunity cost. By staying in the comfort zone, you honestly are losing out on whatever opportunities could have came from taking action. So that's something that's huge. I don't want to ever have you guys have regrets later in life by not taking action today. And they say that 20 years ago was the best day to start investing in real estate, and today is the second best. So today is your day. Make it happen. All right. Action builds confidence. Like, I can't even tell you. You know, you start taking action, and then you realize that, well, the action that I'm taking is actually having real world results. And when you get that real world results, you start getting more confident. And confidence is a very good thing. I've gotten extremely confident on YouTube and Facebook Live and just doing these things. And I have the knowledge. I've known the knowledge. I've brought the knowledge for years. I've learned this stuff hands on. I've done it for years and years and years, and I can recite it years and years and years. Okay, so, and it's one of those things that once you start taking action and you realize, man, I'm not screwing this stuff up too bad. I'm doing all right. I put the Larry in hilarious, and then I start making jokes. And confidence. It's very good, very nice. So, and just taking one single action, one rep per day, beats your perfect plan all day long. Okay. I would take somebody that shows up and does the hard work and reps over somebody with natural talent all the time. Because somebody with natural talent, say an athlete has natural talent, but he never shows up to do any of the practices, never does any of the stuff that you have to do to be successful. I would take the guy that's in the gym at 4 a.m. every single day doing layups on, say, basketball, doing layups, doing the basics. Okay, basics are where your success is going to be. You need to do the underwriting. You need to do all these reps. Okay, that's where the basics are going to get you. You're going to build your foundation, and that's when you build a foundation, a solid foundation, then you're going to be in good shape. So, all right. And if you guys want to do me a favor, in the comments down below, this is what I need you to do. I need you to comment action down below. Tell me your city and state, okay? And I'm going to send you your first rep. If you comment below action and your city and state, I'll let you know what your first rep is going to be. I'll tell you which one of those reps I want you to focus on first, okay? And then these are things that we're all going to have to keep an eye on, and just be cognizant of the fact that it's easy to get complacent. And the funny thing is, and I learned this, you can be outside your comfort zone for years and years and years, and all it takes is taking your eye off the ball, and it'll sneak up on you. You'll be back in the comfort zone. You'll be like, holy crap, how the hell did I get here again? And then it's got to be one of those things that that you got to be cognizant of, because I retired and went down to Florida, and I had big plans back at the beginning of COVID. I was going to go down to Florida and I was going to buy all this real estate. And I got down there and the comfort zone followed me from New York, hit me in Florida, and I just went. I was down there for like 6 months, and I realized I was stuck in the comfort zone. So I went back to over the road driving truck, because Florida with a budget and a bankroll in Florida and a lot of time on your hands is probably not the best scenario for. Well, it wasn't the best scenario for me. So I went out. So I got back over the road. Okay. And pay attention to the last video. So the last video I taught you the comfort zone, how people are going to try and keep you there. This time I'm teaching you how you yourself are going to pull yourself out of the comfort zone. You're going to avoid those people that try and keep you in the comfort zone. That was the last episode. This episode, action steps to take to get out of the comfort zone. Next week, how to avoid and stay out of the comfort zone. And not only that, but I need you to know how to, after you get the first deal, what the next step is. After that first deal, now what? Okay, I got the first deal under contract. Now where we're going to go? That's taking action. I got it under contract. Now what? What can I expect once it's under contract? That's my video next week. Make sure you stick around, come back, and we're going to do a live next week, and I'm going to teach you, walk you through what a standard real estate transaction is. And on like the 9 unit one that we close on that one, I want to get you guys in. I got you into my one closing I had for the Warsaw property, but it ended up being a kind of a weird closing. So I didn't go all the way with it. And I got to get back to that. And, make sure you guys reach out, join the community, get involved. There are a lot of people in this community, the Alpha Wolf community, the Arctic Wolf community, that want to help. Okay. We've got a lot of real estate professionals in this community. We've got our Discord channel. We've got our alphawolfuniversity.com and arcticwolfenterprises.com. Okay. Go to any one of those and we can help you. We can take care of whatever your needs are. We'll get you the education. We'll get you a mentor. We'll get you in networking. We're a wolf pack. I want you guys all in our wolf pack, and the strength of the wolf is the pack, and the strength of the pack is the wolf. And we've got a lot of people that can help with those facts over fear. People that have gone down the path before you. You can run stuff by us in the Discord, in the school community, on our Facebook groups. We're all over. Larry Fierro everywhere. Arctic Wolf Enterprises everywhere. Alpha Wolf University everywhere. Okay? So I want you guys to all have a blessed day, and just know that I've enjoyed spending the last hour, 57 minutes, 58 minutes now with you guys. And I hope I brought some good value. I'm going to go back and reread the comments because it looked like it was going crazy. There's a lot of comments, so that's good. Interactive is fantastic. You guys are asking questions. You're working on the facts. And what are those facts going to do? They're going to obliterate that fear. They're going to get you out of your comfort zone, and they're going to get that first property under contract. Next week, I'm going to tell you what happens after it's under contract. That's when the real fun starts. Oh, love it when it's under contract. All right, guys, I'm going to end Facebook Live right now. You guys are amazing. Have a great day. Facebook, love you. Have a great night. All right, and Facebook is out, and YouTube. You guys are amazing. I love all of you guys. If there's anything I can do to help, let us know. Reach out in the comments. We got you. That's what we're here for. Take advantage of us. All right. Love you guys.